This is LLB 4149/21.
Okay, who is that? Can you speak out? Next,
Next is LLB 4168/21.
who is that? Can you introduce yourself, please? Next,
And then there is Freddy. I don't know Freddy is who. Freddy.
Freddy. Freddy, can you speak? We want to hear you and you introduce yourself, please.
Another one is Cherono Cynthia.
Cherono, Cherono Cynthia, please speak. Yes.
I can hear you. I'm
You speak.
Chirona Cynthia from Maria Soti Girls Educational Center. I'm really glad to have gotten the opportunity to join Moi University. I'm looking forward to a very, very good experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Cherono. Yeah, I'm happy that you forgot to say the Moi University School of Law.
Or the Moi University School of Law.
Then next one is Lilian Kasuvu. Lilian.
Okay.
And then Joseph Muhinja.
Joseph Muija, it's your turn. Can you hear us? Can you say something? Okay.
Others are unknown. Unknown. Most of them are unknown.
Unknown 1, can you speak? Unknown 2, unknown 3. Okay. Yeah, who is speaking, please?
Okay.
Joseph.
Okay. Can you all hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
I'm Ruth Nuna Kamau.
Ruth Kamau.
Yeah. I'm from Kabare Girls, Kiambu County.
Kirinyaga
County, sorry.
Kirinyaga, go on.
I'm from Thika, Kiambu.
Okay.
And I'm glad to join Moi University School of Law.
Okay. It's a dream come true, yes?
Yes.
Welcome. We'll make even more dreams come true. Karibu sana. When you grow up, what do you want to do?
I want to be a lawyer.
You want to be a lawyer. This is the best. This is the best way to become a lawyer. There was this guy who was trying to talk. Please speak.
Hello.
Hello, speak, sir. Joseph Muhinja.
Yes, I'm Joseph Muhinja. Former student of Mangu High School. I live in Tawala, Nairobi County, and I look forward to pursue my dream course at the Moi University School of Law.
At your dream school, yes?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Welcome. We will make those dreams come true.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Who else? I don't want to leave anyone out. You are here. You have been online for a very long time. We want to hear your voice before we speak wisdom.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you? There was a hello and then there was a good morning. The one who said good morning, can you speak?
Okay, good morning.
Yeah.
My name is Michelle Sanchez. I'm a former student of St. Francis Rangala Girls High School in Siaya County. I am glad to join Moi University School of Law. I live in Jamhuri, Nairobi. Yes.
What are you Portuguese? Sound Portuguese.
No, I'm not. I'm Kenyan.
No problem. At least we are happy you're here. We want to welcome you to the university.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Someone said hello. We want to now hear the hello. Who was the hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Elizabeth.
I'm Elizabeth Nzomo.
Okay.
From the Moi Forces Academy, Lanet.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Perfect. We can hear you perfectly.
And I'm glad to join the Moi University School of Law. Yeah, and I'm assured it's one of the best universities in law to study law. So
No, Elizabeth,
thank you.
you are wrong.
Yes.
Cannot be one of the best. So withdraw and say it right. You are
It is
one
the
of
best.
the
It's
Yeah,
the best.
yeah. Yes.
best. Very well. Who else? Nice. Okay. Who else? Someone. Someone. Okay. I. Who else? Daniel. Daniel, do you want to say something? Daniel. Daniel, you have not introduced yourself. Daniel. Daniel, you've not introduced yourself. Daniel has not introduced themselves. David, do you have any others, or anyone else who has not introduced themselves?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
David, go on.
Hello.
Yes, go on.
Hello. There is Bernard Akonga.
Bernard, can you speak? Bernard, can you speak? Bernard can, but I had another hello. Whose hello was that? Can we hear that hello? Then, and now that
Hello.
Anthony,
Can you hear me
yes,
perfectly?
go. Perfect.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes.
Hello.
Endelea.
Yeah, my name is Lunda Danson. Hello, my name is Lunda Danson, a former student
Okay.
of Nairobi School.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm happy. I'm glad for this opportunity that I've been offered to be in the Moi University School of Law, and I believe
Thank you.
that my dreams will come true.
Your dreams will come true. Dunda, thank you very much. Professor
Yeah.
Ojenda, we see you. Welcome. Professor is here.
Thank
Bwana
you.
Ane is here.
Your
And
fellow showed up, Prof.
I told you I was here, but I didn't chase.
Endelea.
now, I think the students were introducing themselves to us. We have. Is there anyone else who has not introduced themselves? Daniel, have you introduced yourself? Or this is Daniel Odhiambo?
Yeah, it's me. Daniel Odhiambo is my name.
Daniel Odhiambo is here. So we have a few lecturers with us here. I want to ask that we introduce them so that they speak to us and say a few things, especially those who have students in Moi University School of Law. Daniel, you are here. You went to the Moi University School of Law. We also have Duncan Back. So do you want to let Kubasu go first, then Daniel, then we will have, then Nene will speak, then finally Professor Ojenda will speak. Is that fine? Is there anyone who is here and is a member of staff that I've left out? Prof, you'll give the final wisdom. Is that fine?
Dean, I wish I could go first.
Oh, okay, please go first. I know you are very
Yes,
busy.
seniority has to be respected.
Yeah, let me just go first. Thank you, Dean, for hearing me, agreeing to hear me. I want to welcome the students to the School of Law, Moi University. I wish to remind the students that they have been admitted to a course leading to a degree in law, and they should not therefore take it for granted that they will graduate. It is going to be a painful journey. It will only be rewarding if you work hard. I would also want to remind the students that the journey is not just painful and arduous, but it requires a lot of effort on their part. It requires staying power. They need to be prepared to listen, to research, and to ensure that they read all the references that are given to them by their teachers and lecturers. Let me emphasize that law as a discipline and a social science is not an end in itself, and therefore they must be prepared to give their all. And given the state of learning in this country, I also want to remind them that those who come into law school should be prepared to embrace learning in the nature that is experiential and that can be useful to their lives. They need to think about second and third degrees. Where I come from, learning starts at master's level. I consider students joining first year as high school students. They are as good as high school students. A first degree is as good as a high school qualification. So they should not start rejoicing. It is too early. It is too early. So welcome first years. Just know that you're getting into a course which may or may not lead to a degree. But relearning starts at master's level. Asante.
Prof, thank you very much. I know where you come from. Even nowadays, even a PhD is pedestrian, but we understand. Let us enjoy this opportunity. But thank you very much for your wisdom. Thank you very, very much. Professor Jenda will be teaching you, maybe not in first year, but second and third year. And fourth year, Professor Jenda will be there to teach you. Now, Anthony Munene, you are the next one, the next senior most. Is that fast? Am I right? Dr.
Maybe I don't know. In the sense of that I'm just chair of a department, and having taught there from 1999 to 2004, then left to KSL, where I was an assistant director for 10 years. So in that sense, you may be right. And it would be good to welcome these students very well and to encourage them, that I can assure them that when I joined Moi University as a lecturer in 1999, we had the best students and they never lacked jobs. So just to encourage the students to be focused, not to listen to things that people are saying, and they will go very far. So I think, Dr. Like what Prof has said, I think this is the best law school and we can still drive it forward. And so wakaribishwe sana.
Yes.
Yes, they should not feel that wako nyumbani, even in these hard times. We will teach them online. When the day comes for them, when the time comes for them to come physically to school, we will be with them and we will teach them kabisa. I think that's all I can say for now.
Very well. Thank
you, Dr. Yes.
Asante nashukuru. Daniel, I think you might be older in the profession than I am. So Daniel, do you want to go for next? Or the philosopher Duncan, who is here? If there's any other law, if there any other lecturer on this,
I think we can let Odhiambo go first, and then I'll follow.
Okay. Bwana Odhiambo, please go first.
David Chich is here, so I think he should go first.
Who? Oh, but Sir Ochich George, we can see you here. Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, colleagues and our new students. Very happy to welcome you. I just want to say that I also welcome you very much to Moi University School of Law. You have made a right choice. You have come to a great university, and I want to encourage you to start right away. What counts at Moi University is hard work, and honesty. The legal profession that you are now aspiring to join is for honest people. You must start believing in honesty and practicing honesty right from day one when you join the university. Because if you don't practice honesty, then you develop into a lawyer that is not honest, and the world out there is very hostile who are not honest. So your honesty is what will push you to greater heights. Honesty right from the way that you will be dealing with your lecturers when you are given examinations to answer those examinations honestly from your head. Do not be tempted to copy. Kenya is enjoying a very bad reputation at the moment of uh, corruption being very widespread. So that corruption, you realize, starts from the very early stages of the human development. If you are dishonest in school and you copy examinations, then you are preparing yourself to be a dishonest Kenyan when you graduate to become an advocate. So start practicing honesty right from day one. You are going to be taught by very good legal professionals in this country. Some of them have introduced themselves to you, and others are going to introduce themselves later. I want you to believe in yourselves and believe in Moi University. Uh, we are going to meet at various stages in your life at Moi University. For now, let me leave you with that.
Thank you very much, Sir George. We call him Sir George because he's a gentleman who knows us. And Sir, thank you very much. We have, well, by the way, if you're not, when you're not online, please, it's better that you mute yourself so that we hear only one person speak. Okay. Daniel looks like he dropped off, but is he back? Daniel Odiam. I want to ask that you guys have the experience of having gone through Moi University, Moi University. So even as you introduce yourself, tell them a little about your journey that took you back to various parts of the world and has brought you back to teacher. Bwana Munene, we can hear you. You can mute yourself, sir. So Daniel, are you here? Or if Daniel is not here, then Duncan.
Yes,
you
I am here.
Oh, Daniel is here. So Daniel, speak. Tell them about your story. How when you were at Moi University, where you went after that, and then now the general advice, and then probably career options that are available to any the career path that is available to the different lawyers from Moi University. Thank you.
Thank you, Omara. I think it's afternoon. Good afternoon to my colleagues and our new students. My name is Odhiambo Daniel. I want to take this opportunity to warmly welcome you to Moi University. As you have been told, you have made the right choice. Moi University is a great institution, and we hope you will take time to make something of yourself for the few years we hope you will spend with us. I'll go straight to what Omar has asked me to speak about. Even as you join law school, think about what you want to do. Start thinking about it early. There are several things you could do with your law degree, and it's probably something you'd want to think about even as you start. You can decide to become a prosecutor, join the DPP, you decide to become an in-house counsel, work for corporations, or work for the state, work as a state counsel, which means you'll be stationed at the AG's office. You can decide to become a full-time academic. That means teaching and researching in universities and for research institutions. You can also decide to become a magistrate or a judge, join the bench. You can decide to be a practicing lawyer and practice law in your chosen field. And the fields are mainly, you choose what you want. Take your time. You have 4 years to build expertise or to choose in areas which you think you are of interest to you. Look at where the market is going, look at what is current, look at what makes sense to you, and then make your own decision moving forward. Myself, I was also a student at the same institution of I think more than 10 years ago now. Finished, graduated, went for my master's and my second master's, and now we are back. So everything is possible. Take time, as Prof has said. It's going to it's not an easy journey.
Daniel, it's not bad if you told them where are these masters from, so that they know you can go to the best institutions. These masters will tell our people.
Oh, masters. My first master's was from Germany. There's a law school called Buceria's Law School and a business school called WHU, Otto Bienschemen School of Management. And then the other one is from Africa University, which is in Zimbabwe. And I think that's sufficient to Amwara. And as you lost me there, but what I wanted to say is, as Prof has said, and what Ochich has also, Mr. Ochich has also said, it's not going to be an easy, it's not a walk in the park. Take your time, attend classes, read your books, do assignments on time, and you should have a fairly easy way around the school and as far as your studies are concerned. Thank you and welcome to Moi University.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you. Asante sana. I note that it's Duncan who is here. Is there anyone else, any member of staff who is here and has not spoken or introduced themselves? Duncan, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Omara, for this opportunity you've given me to also welcome our first-year students. As you've been told, my name is Duncan Okubasu, and I am a lecturer at the Department of Public Law and also an alumni of Moi University. I want on my part to congratulate you for this achievement. Joining Moi University School of Law, I think, is one of those things that you might need to celebrate, because there are hundreds of people that would have wished to join the School of Law, the Moi School of Law, but they have not been able to. And it is not something for which we should be regretful about, notwithstanding any stories or rumors that you might have come by. As my colleagues have told you, you will have an enjoyable time in Moi. It's one of the few law schools that is very conducive for learning. It has what I think is top-notch faculty, very dedicated to teaching, and distracted with postgraduate teaching like what you will find in other university. And I think that at the end of your 4 years, if you ever get to the end, you will have profited very immensely, and you will have been prepared for any task that will be ahead of you, depending with what you choose. I just want to say something that my colleagues have already echoed, which is that your success will depend to a large extent on the effort that you will put into place from the time that you start now until the time that you will finish 4 years from now or thereabout. So that if you decide to spend your first year roaming around, doing what somebody called gallivanting and parabolating, and expecting that you will wake up sometime in 4th year and change the course of things, then you might be in for disappointment. And so it's suggested, and I would encourage you to take your classwork seriously from the time that you start. A philosopher by the name Aristotle that you might have heard is said to have stated that we are repeatedly what we do, and excellence for that matter is not an act but a habit. So that to excel, you need to engage a top gear from the word go. You will not wake up 10 years from now and you just start winning cases, and you just start writing good academic papers, and you start preparing the most excellent briefs. That will have to be an effort that you will put into place throughout your stay at the School of Law. I want to disabuse certain notions that sometimes find their way in law schools. You hear people say that, a certain lawyer or a certain lawyer failed his examinations at the School of Law, but he is still successful. Most of those statements are made without really consideration of the true factual positions. But I think that if you are to rely on them and not take your schoolwork seriously, you might also be in for disappointment. So I want to welcome you. I want to assure you that you have, once again, the best teachers that you can have around the region. And I want to assure you of success if you will take your work seriously. Thank you very much, and thank you, Dean.
Very well. Thank you very much, let me say, Dr. Okubas. We are waiting for that title, sir. But you have done things that make us proud. Let me ask: do we have any other member of staff who is here and would want to say something? I don't want to leave anyone out. Now, looks like it is.
Orina is here with us.
Dr. Orina, where are you, sir? Daktari. Daktari is also an alumni of Moi University. But by the way, Okubasi should have told us a little about your academic journey after Moi University.
Okay, hopefully I'm not taking Dr. Orina's time. I finished my LLB in Moi, and then
Yes.
Kenya School of Law, I went to Pretoria, and I did a master's there in human rights and democratization in Africa. And then I enrolled for a PhD at Utrecht University in the Netherlands, which is co-supervised with University of New South Wales, Australia. And I've also at the time been working on a master's degree in philosophy from Nairobi here.
Oh, very well. Thank you very much. So Duncan is the in-house philosopher. I want to welcome Dr. Orina. Orina is a wonderful man. I've worked in his shadows for a long time, and I'm only lucky that I got to get to the PhD before him. But he shaped our thoughts on my thoughts on a number of things. Daktari, are you here? I have introduced you this task because I have every great respect for you and your scholarship and your humanity. Where are you, sir?
Thank you. I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, you've said very, very good things about me. I don't want to say anything to water them down. But you're very kind in your introduction. And thank you for organizing this. I also wish to join my colleagues in welcoming the first years to Moi University. As my colleagues who have spoken, you can attest from them, most of us are actually alumni of the Moi University School of Law. And that tells you that there's something good that actually has kept us around, has brought us back to Moi University. So I also want to say,
my whole life. If you would have told me 20 years ago,
if you're not talking, please mute yourself so that we can only hear Bwana Orina. Daktari, endelea.
Yes, you've made a good choice. And actually, just to echo Okubasu's words, you have to start now, basically, building your future. Who you want to be in the future will depend a lot on what you do from now, the time you join in as a first year. So build your foundation well. The faculty has great scholars who are willing and available to be of assistance to you, and also to make sure that you walk the journey well. The school has produced very many great lawyers. So a purpose to be part of that legacy of the law school. So work hard from the beginning, feel welcome, and feel that you are in a good law school that will contribute a great deal to your future. So as just to continue with what the others had said, I'm also a graduate of Moi University. I graduated in 2007, and then I did my master's thereafter, and then I came back to teach in the year 2011. So I have been with Moi University since 2011, and I still believe that we have a greater purpose to serve in terms of working towards the objective of producing lawyers, a well-rounded lawyers in society. So thank you very much and welcome everyone. Thank you.
Dr. We are still waiting for that link. When are you defending?
End of this month, possibly. I'm just waiting to get the details shared with me, and then I will share with everyone.
Daktari is graduating from City University of Hong Kong. Don't joke.
That's good.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I think we are. Anyone else? I think we're done. I'll just say one or two things, then we are done. I
saw a lady online.
Which lady, sir? Odwor Morris, is this you? This an Odwor. Is this Odwor Morris or there's someone? This is a different Odwor.
I saw a lady. Of course, Odwor is not one of the. I think I saw the face of Maidia.
Oh, Irene, where are you? Irene, are you here? Yes, I want the ladies to be assured that it's not a strictly men's faculty. We are properly balanced between men and women. Irene Maidia, are you here? Probably she's dropped off, but in case she comes in, just let me know. Okay. So I have one of the few regrets I have in life is this, and please don't tell anyone else who might know me and my background, is that I never had the privilege of going through Moi University School of Law. Therefore, as long as I am here, I will do everything I can do to help remedy that challenge. But I want, sorry, someone is speaking. Orina, you can mute if you're not talking. Yes. So one of the things that I knew about Moi University alumni and alumni, there's alumni and alumni. But one thing I knew about them is that they were very, very good at legal research and writing. By the time they were clearing university, most of them had been published, while some of us did not know how to even put certain sentences together. And that is a tradition that has continued over time. Anyone who goes to Kenya School of Law, if you want things done, if you want the projects to succeed, you must have a Moi University alumnus or alumni from into your group. They make things happen. And I want to ask you to remember that you are getting into this tradition of those who go out there and make things happen. These are not people who are spoon-fed, but they find their way into success. They can, I dare say, they bulldoze their way into success. So yes, you are joining this tradition. We want to ask that even as we have a new beginning with you, I want to ask that the good traditions that we use that has been established must and should continue with you. And secondly, I want to ask you that you plan to grow for the next 4 years. These are the most formative of all your years. You will look back at these 4 years and you will see that everything good or bad that happened to you within these 4 years. So I want to ask that you take time to fully grow. And growth simply means it's not just going to be about books. There are certain aspects of your life, including social life, that's growth. You are going to, I know today you're talking about, we should have talked about the freedom you have with coming to university. But I know some of you and most of you are calling us from the living rooms of your parents. But that will not be for too long. You will soon have freedom probably just dreamed about. And I want to ask that with that freedom, take that the responsibility to ensure that you make good of that freedom lies directly with you. We wish you well. Every aspect of the practice of law is found in within the Moi faculty. And you will realize that we are all different in different ways. And that makes the completeness of the lawyer that we expect to come out of Moi University. Some of us will be strict about deadlines. You failed meet those deadlines, you failed a paper. And I want you to know that the same manner also in practice cannot submit, put in a submission late and hope that it will be accepted. Some submissions, some applications are time barred. We will teach you that in law school. Sometimes such experiences will be very unpleasant, but they will lift you and make you who you are, the lawyer we want you to be. I want to ask you, the final thing I want to ask of you is that disabuse yourself of the nonsense you're going to hear from those who are ahead of you. I sometimes I regret a lot that when I went to the university, I listened too much. Well, I was at the University of Nairobi, and one of the lecturers we had there was now the late David Gachuki. Gachuki did not, he taught criminal law, and Gachuki did not care about how much books you read. It is how much you listen to in his class and how much you produce that which he says in class. And sometimes it was bizarre, some of the examples he gave, but he expected you as a lawyer to make sense out of it and give it back to you. So then when I sat his first paper, and by the way, I want to ask you to remember that for the first time in your life, you might actually the university might actually make you think that you are stupid. Don't be surprised if that happens. I failed my first paper when I joined David Gachuki's class. and I saw a D and it surprised me. I was so shocked. I don't think I sufficiently recovered from that shock, and therefore every part of the remaining part of my existence at the School of Law was at the University of Nairobi was to just pass, just survive. If I have a C or a B, I have no problem. If a B comes along, if an A comes along, I celebrate. But I think that's not how we should go about life. I want to ask you to put your best foot forward. You may actually fail certain papers. That's not a measure of who you are. It is just that life is a mix of both successes and failures. That which determines how much a person is successful is how fast they rise from their fall and jump higher or walk higher. We wish you well. You will definitely, and I want to ask you to have this confidence that this is the best decision that must have happened to you. I know some of you didn't choose, but that Coops chose for you, and we are glad they brought you here, because at the end of these 4 years, 4 or so years, as Doctor as when Kubasu said, we know that you will be the best versions of yourself. Thank you very much. May God bless you all, and we look forward to seeing you in class. Okay. With those many remarks, I am done, and I'm still asking: is there any member of staff who has not said that thing? We can open that up, or if and in this instance also, we can ask you to ask us questions. If there's a question, you can direct it to a particular lecturer, or you could just ask general questions. Here we are, and we are listening. Anyone, let's give past opportunities to lecturers, and then let us, any lecturer who has not said anything, and then now I'm opening the forum for any student who has a question for us. Okay. Okay, David, you can see anyone who raises their hands, but let's see. Wanauchich wants to say something.
I just wanted to indicate that I can see Nabil Lorena has raised his hand.
Oh,
Nabil.
Okay. Orina, speak, sir. Orina, you are speaking. Hello. Orina, probably I think it was a hand that was raised in.
Just
I couldn't hear you, but that's fine. Anyone else? David, you can see, tell us who has raised their hand. Or, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with you. Ask us questions. Lisa Nzomo, you have a question. Elizabeth.
Hello.
Yeah, Michelle Santos. Yes.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry, I can't raise my hand because I don't know how.
Okay, at least you raised your voice, so speak.
Yes. Now, I was about to ask about the female staff. I haven't seen any. Is that like, where are they, or are they even there?
Okay. Good question. Ochish, you wanted to answer that?
Let me answer that. We have a number of ladies on staff. We have Madam Rose Janet Ayugi. We have Madam Linda Haimba. We have Madam Irene Maidhia. We have Madam Elizabeth Olinga. So that is a 4, I believe. We have 4 on staff. So ladies, you will not be lonely.
We have 6. We have Frida Lotria.
Exactly. We have Frida Lotuya. And then we have
and Valerie.
Mungare
Valerie.
Valerie. So we have 6.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I still have another question.
Go on.
With Prof. Daniel and Prof. Duncan, I've heard they were saying that they've done their masters already and they've done it outside the country. Is that like automatic, or is it your success and all that?
Okay. You must. There are some places where you cannot go to do your masters if you don't have a second upper. You must, of course, think to do that, and many of them will also tell you that they did not go there they did not just go there to. Maybe let me tell you also this. No, I think as a policy of Moi University, no one joins this faculty if they didn't get a second class and above, first and second class uppers. So if you meet anyone in those classes, you must know that they were the best in their classes. And yes, you will also realize that most of them have also studied outside. And when they are talking about studying outside for their masters and PhDs, in many instances, they they didn't spend any cent on their monies. They got scholarships. So they must have been the very best, not just the very best in this country, but the very best to fairly and competitively win scholarships out there. That must also be clear. So yes, now ambieni kwamba and with the good thing about you, this class is you're 49. At least now you're a small number. With small numbers, a lot is possible. Last year we had our first class for after almost 20 years, and we are, I think, vowing as a school to ensure that we produce quality. Santos, I answered the question.
Yes, thank you very much.
So, thank you. Any other question? Talking, please. Just mute yourself. Okay. Any questions? Any more questions? I see we have three or four more. We have 30. Did anyone else join us?
Okay.
Any more questions? Hayosi, Hayosi, how are you? We can hear you. Hayosi, who are you? Okay. David, is there any David Mutai? Is there anyone else who has raised their hand? Or if you have a question, you don't have to raise your hand. You can raise your voice.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I have a question
Who is
concerning
speaking?
Ruth Nduna Kamau.
Ruth, speak.
Yes. I have a question concerning the e-learning portal.
Yes.
Are we supposed to download the app itself?
No, you don't need to download the app. As long as you have Google, as long as you have Google Chrome, you can access whatever. But you need to register for it. It is a website. You can easily register for it. We will give you instructions on how to register for every course. So once we have determined when classes begin, and the Senate is sitting on Friday to determine that, then we'll give you instructions on how to access each class, register and access each class, and how to access materials as well. So that's a good question, but we will shortly provide answers for it. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. On David, let me take this opportunity. If there's no question, I want to take this opportunity to thank our ICT people. David Mutai, David, you're saying something?
Yes, I'm around.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, we
Yes.
can't say that on behalf of us. We want to say thank you, David, Mutai, and Rachel, and I see all the ICT people for making this happen. If you waited for too long, it was because we were trying to push. Yeah, but we are learning every day. So your experience may not be as bad as Cherono made. As that was Cherono who said they had been waiting since morning. Don't worry, we will improve every day. Okay. Anything else? My colleagues, thank you very much for coming on and engaging these first years. We have a new beginning and we are very happy that we are starting on a high. Asanteni sana. There being no other business, I think I am glad that we can stop right now. Unless
Can you
when I
break? Can you break from tradition? I can see a lady's face.
yes,
If we could hear a lady's voice, please. I'm sorry about that.
which lady? Irene.
She has disappeared again. Yeah, yes.
Irene, where are you? Irene, where are you? These girls here want to know that there's a faculty who is a lady, and you want to provide evidence. Irene, where are you?
She could have been very good evidence.
Welcome, Irene. Yes, I can hear you. Say something.
Thank you very much. Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Irene. I am happy to be part of the faculty and a proud alumni of Moi, and I want to wish every first year coming on board the very best. It's an exciting place and you have a very robust faculty. I have been through the hands of some of my colleagues that you're seeing here, and I want to wish each one of you the very best. Welcome on board. See you in class and all the best. Thank you.
Irene, that's all the wisdom you have. Add more wisdom, please.
I mean, I'm among the last. I want to imagine that there's been a lot of wisdom and advice, and a lot has already been said. So I can only echo what my seniors and everyone else has said. And I am very enthusiastic and looking forward to meeting all the first years. Once more, I want to remind them and let them know that I am a proud alumnus, and this is the best faculty in this country, and you're in a safe pair of hands. And I want to wish you a very exciting journey. The legal profession is a noble one. You've made the right decision, and I can't wait to see and call and refer to each one of you as a learned friend. So welcome on board, especially to the ladies there. We are few, but here we are. So on that note, I want to encourage the girl child, the ladies who want to join this noble profession, and everyone else on board. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Irene. You said that the school, they are in good pair of hands. Which pair? I'm just joking.
The faculty boasts of very learned people, from senior councils to young alumni, and I think that is the best that you can get. Moi University School of Law is one of the best schools in terms of the teaching methodology, in terms of exposure, in terms of the MOOC course, in terms of the research. The faculty is one of the best, even in the legal profession. So I can only, there's so much I could say on that. But in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, you're on the best platform.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Bwana Chichi, umemwona mwingine tena? Irene, thank you very much. We are so grateful.
I can't see anyone else. That was very good. That was quite reassuring to the lady students.
Thank you, Irene. Thank you. On behalf of everyone, we want to ask one of the first years to give up a vote of thanks. We want to hear someone say thank you to our lecturers. Anyone offering to give a vote of thanks? Santos, Michelle, do you want to give a vote of thanks?
Yes, sure, I can.
Speak.
Well, first, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I would like first to thank God for giving us this opportunity to join Moi University, a very good school. And I would like to thank every member of staff for availing yourself here today. It is an honor to speak to you and know what you've experienced in the school and know how to go about our daily lives. And I would also like to thank my what do I call them? My fellow students for availing themselves here. It is not easy, to sit at home and also listen, but we are here, and I thank you all very much. I hope we'll meet soon and we'll have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of us all, Irene could close with the word of prayer.
Okay, let us pray.
Yes.
Dear Lord, let us pray. Dear Lord, I want to come before you with sincere gratitude and humility. I want to come before you and thank you for this special day, Lord. As the first years begin a very noble journey, Lord, I want to pray and ask of you to go before them. This is a blessing, Lord, and we don't take that for granted. May you also give us wisdom, Lord, as you bestow on us these students, that we may give them knowledge, we may impart in them skills, and most importantly, Lord, they may look up to us, Lord, and thank you, Father, for having us in their lives. We thank you, Lord, and most importantly, Father, we ask for your will to be done. We make this prayer in Jesus' name.
Amen. Asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki. Tukutaneni in class.